views and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of Access Fort Wayne, the Allen County Public Library, or any other supporting groups. If you'd like to produce a show, call us at 260-421-1250.
Let me be your lighthouse so I can show you the way. Let me be your shining light, I'll keep you from drifting away. I'm the one that makes you try when...
This is Patty Hunter of Patty's Page. Welcome to my show. And today we're welcoming our special guests, Mayor Joe and Monica Kelsey. It has been over 8 years since we first met, and we've known you, oh my goodness, a long time.
Has been a long time.
And I'm glad we are. It was back in April 12th, 2014, when you, Monica, and Kathy Humberger came in and on my show talking about the newborn babies and what we can do for them. And then sometime later, we had another interview with you, Monica, and Republican State Representative Casey Cox. Wow. We've done about how many shows? 8, 9 shows?
We've done a lot.
We've done a lot. Monica, what year were you and Casey putting together as a bill, and why?
So we actually spoke for the first time in 2014, and then he submitted House Bill 1016 in 2015 and was able to get that passed.
In April 26, 2016, I met you and Mayor Joe in Woodburn. What was happening then?
That was the installation and dedication of the first Safe Haven baby box in America.
Tell us how the station had installed the Safe Haven baby box.
So we installed the Safe Haven baby box. Actually, it was a firefighter that installed the very first baby box. He owns a construction company, so he donated his services. And he installed the box, then we started the testing process on it, and then made it operational in April of 2016. And then 2 days after we launched that baby box, the second baby box went live at Cold Springs Fire Department in Michigan City, Indiana. And now we're at baby box 75 that we just blessed. Last week in Rogers, Arkansas. Or I'm sorry, Conway, Arkansas. It's Conway, Arkansas.
Conway,
yeah. And how many babies have you saved altogether?
Well, we'll never know truly the amount, but we've had 100 women that we've helped surrender by handing their newborns to fire and medical personnel. And then we've also had 12 babies in our boxes.
And may there be many more until we get all this straightened out with people not wanting to abandon or kill their babies.
Yes. Let's hope that the women keep utilizing this resource that we've made available for them, so that they can keep their child safe.
You teach?
We do have first responder training and hospital training for the Safe Haven law. It is free for any firefighter or fire station, hospital. So we don't charge for that, but it's a good refresher course because every state in the country has the Safe Haven law. So we definitely want them to be prepared for when a woman does walk into their facility and hand them a child. They need to know what they need to do to make sure that they follow the law.
Mayor Joe, you have been helping Monica with this endeavor. What are your roles? What's your duties?
Well, I'm currently the COO of Safe Haven Baby Boxes, and I'm in charge of production and distribution and contract negotiation with the locations. So that job has become quite busy here lately, and it's exciting because we get to meet so many new locations, so many new people that want to join our program because they want to save babies in their community. And it's a good busy.
Are you still in the reserves?
Yes, I am. Army National Guard.
So how long have you been working with them or for them?
I just achieved my 14th year with the Army National Guard. So time went by very fast.
Very fast indeed. Monica, recently you have written a book.
I did.
Called?
It is called Blessed to Have Been Abandoned, the story of the baby box lady. And that is a book that has a lot of blood, sweat, and tears poured into it. It's been something that I've always wanted to do. And now that it's out, it's kind of like, finally, because I've been working on it for so long. But I'm very proud of it because it really does show you perspective on every negative aspect that can come into your life, and how you respond to that tragedy or whatever information that you've been given truly does set you apart from others, And so I'm very proud of this book and the perspective that I have been able to show people that I've used for my own life.
So that's why you wrote it?
Yeah, your circumstances don't define who you are. Your actions do. And so, writing this book truly did kind of become a labor of love for me, for other people, to show them that no matter how bad it gets, there is always a silver lining. There is always something good that can be shown from it. And it's all about your perspective. And as you've probably read the book, I have poured my heart into it, and I left nothing out. The tragedy that has happened in our lives, I made sure that I put it in there because I want people to understand that this didn't come easy. This didn't come without pushback. This didn't come without drama. But it was how we responded to it that really showed who we were. And hopefully others can find hope through that.
When was it released, the book?
It launched on May 1st, 2021.
How long did it take for you to write it? Several years? Or?
Gosh, yeah. I've been working on it for many, many years. I had just been kind of writing down different things that were happening in my life. And then I was kind of at the end there putting it all together from those notes. So it has been something that I've been working on for a very long time.
So Mayor Joe, did you help her write the book?
Yeah, I did. I helped her with reviewing what she had written before it gets submitted. And I indirectly helped her too, because I'm a part of the story. We experienced all that together. And what's unique about the title of the book is that when we first started doing this, people might know of the Baby Box program, but they can't remember her name or the name of our company. So she's affectionately referred to as the Baby Box lady, and we incorporated that in the title. So I sort of unofficially call me the Baby Box husband now too, as a result. It truly shows that, if you're passionate about something, and that's the main idea of the book, is that if you're passionate about something and you have challenges along the way, you can still accomplish what is important.
Mm-hmm.
Someone special had written the forward introduction to your book. Who's that, dear?
That is Kevin Harrington, who was one of the original Shark Tanks on the show Shark Tank. And it was just an honor to have him write the forward. And then, of course, JJ Hubert wrote a great review on the back of the book after he read it. And he's a best-selling author I think he's authored 9 books. And so we've definitely been blessed with some great people that have been a part of this project.
Okay, at what age did you find out about your mom's near abortion about yourself?
I was 37 years old when I finally got to reconnect with her, and that truly that day became the best and the worst day of my life, because that's when I learned all the circumstances regarding not only the rape but also her going to a back alley abortion facility in 72, and just kind of made me feel like I was somebody that was unwanted and unloved. And so I really truly had to find myself and find a way to kind of navigate through the emotions, and continuing to remind myself that my situation does not define who I am. It's how I react to it. So.
And your parents, your adoptive parents, they treated you well, and they raised you wonderfully, because you turned out to be a very beautiful, wonderful, caring person. And
thank you.
You married that one.
I know. I definitely married up, didn't I?
So how long have you been married now?
We've been married 22 years.
Yes.
22. We'll be
For
23.
that long?
Yeah. He's put up with me for a very long time, Patty.
So you've been engrossed in what's been happening with her biological mother. Have you met her? Have you, Mayor?
Yes, we have. We both, she connected with her, and during that first initial meeting, I was with her. So it was a unique experience, because she told me that she didn't see any resemblances, but me being her husband, I could see all the resemblances between them. Even if at first sight they don't look like each other, I could see, characteristics that were the same.
I like what you guys are doing. I'm very proud of both of you.
Well, thank you, Patty.
Thank you.
It's a labor of love, but it takes many of us to do this job. And we all kind of fit into a puzzle.
Yeah.
And it's Christ's puzzle. We just kind of do what we've been asked to do and be faithful to his calling. And so it's not just us. There's a lot of people that have helped us along the way that have just been incredible.
How many people are working for you now?
We have nine employees that work with us now.
Are they around the nation or here where you are?
No, most of us work from home. There are some that work around here, of course, but we have somebody in the state of Florida. We just hired somebody in the state of Iowa, obviously Indiana, Ohio, Colorado. So we do a lot of grassroots efforts online, on the internet, and just kind of doing things remotely that we can.
I'm sorry. What states did you go to install each baby box?
So right now we have boxes in Arkansas, Kentucky, Indiana, Ohio, and Florida. We just passed the law in Missouri, Oklahoma, Louisiana,
Maine.
And so we're working to try and get boxes in those states currently. So it's a big job for 9 people to do, considering, we have 75 active boxes now.
And to raise the monies to have them installed in each state or city where you go, how do you raise these monies?
So we don't take any government or state funds. We don't want we don't want somebody else telling us how to run our organization. So we don't take any government funds, and we don't take any state funds. Everything that we do is through donation and fundraising. And so, but it also is a way for the community to gather together to get to get an awareness campaign initiated in their community to raise funds through private donations. And so, and in retrospect, that also educates people in the community. So it's kind of like something that just kind of happens because they're trying to get a baby box and they're raising the funds. It's also doing the education piece that is very, very important as well.
The last time you were here was at the Grand Wayne
The Grand Wayne Center.
Center, yes. And you had Willie Robertson. You had a lot of people at that gathering. I'm glad they were.
Yeah, even with the pandemic and the restrictions that we had, the Grand Wayne restricted us to 250
50
people.
people.
And we originally thought 1,100, 1,500, which that room can hold. But we actually had we created a successful online version of the event too. So we had almost 300 people attend online, and on top of the 250 in the room. So it was really a good event. Willie was great, and
The character.
even had the Attorney General was there of Indiana, and many of the senators. We had U.S. Congressman Jim Banks presented Casey Cox with the I can't remember the name
Hope
of the award,
Award.
with our Hope Award, and it was it's so great to see so many people that support our program, and of course some of them might have just came to see Willie. I don't know. But,
Probably.
It was a great show. We're honored that Willie accepted and came.
Will you be doing something like that again here in Fort Wayne?
Yes, actually, we just set the date. It's not going to be in Fort Wayne this year. With us being nationwide in multiple states right now, we wanted to try and go to another place that has a huge presence of baby boxes. So this year we're going to do it in Hobart, Indiana, at Gino's Banquet Hall in Hobart on October 8th. And the theme this year, we're kind of going a little bit different this year. We're going to really be highlighting the mothers that have chosen a safe surrender or a open adoption, because these are the women that really need to be encouraged that they've done everything they possibly can to keep their child safe, and they've done it all for their child. I don't think we as a society give them as much credit that they need or they deserve. So this banquet, we are bringing some of our moms in, and
Going to be speaking.
we're still working on that part. It's you got to remember, these women that we help want anonymity, so we don't want to highlight them in front of people if they don't want to. We might do like we did last year and do a video, but we do have one of the moms that surrendered, that has chosen she surrendered under the safe haven law, and then she went back and regained custody of her child. We're hoping that she will be able to speak publicly at this event, but we're still working on the details. It's still going to be a great event because a lot of our babies will be there with their adoptive parents, and you get to really see what Safe Haven Baby Box's mission and what we're all about is just by coming and hearing the stories.
How far is Hobart, Indiana, from Fort Wayne, Indiana?
It's probably 2.5 hours. It's
considerable. It's over by Chicago.
South, east, west, in between. Oh, I don't know.
by Chicago.
Oh.
Northwest.
Yeah.
Yeah, we try to have the banquet in different areas every year, so that every region, because we are in every region of Indiana, and we might even expand to having banquets in other states as well as Indiana eventually, because we have such a following, and we want to give the local people an opportunity to attend
and see what we're all about, because people still come up and they're like, what are you doing and what? And it's like, for them to see that it's not just about putting boxes in buildings, it's about saving moms and babies and getting them to have peace within themselves. And so coming to a banquet somewhere to learn more about us, we think is a positive thing for especially our supporters in those areas.
So October 8th.
October 8th in Hobart, Indiana.
I hope everybody can go from Fort Wayne and around the surrounding area, Allen County, because this is going to be some humdinger of a banquet there, I must say. And it's for a good cause, very much a good cause.
Did you mention where people can get tickets?
It's going to be on the website. We're actually finalizing everything right now to where you can go to shbb.org under the event section, and there'll be information and how you can get your tickets or your table.
How many per table?
There's 8 people per table. At the Willie event, we could only do 6 because of the COVID restrictions, but now we have 8 at our banquet per table. So, and we're trying to fill the place up. I mean, this is an annual fundraiser for Safe Haven Baby Boxes. So we want as many people to come and share their evening with us so that they can learn more about us, but then also, give to a organization that is truly changing the lives of many across this country.
That's cool. So every year you put on a major fundraiser.
Yes, every year we put on at least one major fundraiser.
So it has been what? 5 years with the baby boxes?
We just did 5 years, yeah, with
And still going strong.
still going strong. No looking back now, Patty.
So how's the family with this? The kids and all, with what you're doing? And I know you're not home most of the time because you're way out, girl. I mean, you're out of the state or out of the town, whatever. How's your family feel about that?
Well, my family sees the ministry and sees the purpose that has been placed on my life, and they're very, very supportive. We're empty nesters now, so we don't have anyone living at home with us. So it's kind of, honestly, Patty, it's kind of a nice thing. Just to be able to get in the car and go somewhere. And yes, it's for work, but we're traveling the country together. So
One of the things that I'm proud of as a local official too is that we have one of our children, our son, works for us, helping build the boxes, which is great too. But every single part of the box is manufactured and distributed out of Northeast Indiana. So
American made.
Very proud of that. Yep.
Oh, more power to you. Do you still get called away, Mayor, for the reserve?
Yes, I do. We have, you might imagine, I've been called up a few times this past year and a half, but I go for training once a month. And then in the summertime, we do a training 2 to 4 weeks. And I'm getting ready next month. I will be going on one of my long training events for a few weeks.
But you're not
really
far away. I mean, you're not away that much from Monica.
Nope.
Which is cool.
Nope.
yes.
How do you approach each state's government?
Actually, a lot of the states are contacting us, wanting to do this program. So we don't actively go out and look at, look for states to change their law unless it's a state that has multiple abandonments in it. We will kind of put a bug in their ear that you need to do something more. But we really don't go out looking for locations. They're contacting us and saying, what is Indiana doing? Because we want to be a part of this. We haven't had a dead baby in our state since baby Amelia back in 2014. And so we've really changed the logistics, or not the logistics, we've really changed the tide on infant abandonment in Indiana. And so other states are taking note and wanting to be a part of this movement.
Is there one near Fort Wayne? I forgot where it is.
Yes. So there's one in Woodburn, there's one in New Haven, there's one in Decatur, there's one in Huntington, there's one in Columbia City, and there's one in Auburn.
Wow. All surrounding.
All surrounding. Now you know our plan.
Yeah.
I think that's cool.
Yeah.
One of the things that we didn't expect starting this was that we actually, just by the nature of starting this organization, we have educated more people about the safe haven law. People didn't really know about the safe haven law. Even I know law enforcement people that really didn't know about the safe haven law until we started. So it's not about placing babies in boxes. It's about saving babies from every program that is available.
Just getting the options out there to these moms, really.
May you always have great results with the Safe Haven baby boxes. I hope no one ever goes against you. I don't think they would dare. No, really, because you guys are doing great work.
Well, thank you,
Well,
Patty.
thank you.
We appreciate it.
And if you have anyone bothering you, let me stick them, okay?
We'll call you.
Finally, what would you like to share with my audience, the both of you? Mayor?
What would we say that again? What would we like to
What would you
share?
like to share with my audience, Mayor?
Oh, wow. That's a great question.
You've been put on the spot.
Yeah, I know. I have.
Hello. Cheers.
Just that, kind of the same of what we have already talked about, is that we are so honored to know that we are actually changing the way people think about child abandonment across the country. This has never been done before. And to think that once we started in 2016 and the first baby was placed, since then, there has not been a single baby that has been abandoned that died in Indiana since then, in 2016.
Yeah.
And before that, there had been 2 to 3 a year since 2000. And it's great. It's just, words can't describe how honored we are to know that we're catching on.
You are blessed because,
Like I say, it's not been about how many boxes we can put out there. It's always been about
education.
changing that dynamic in education. Yes.
Monica?
I would just say follow your purpose. My parting notes would be, everyone is called for something. Christ never makes mistakes. And sometimes you just have to be like Isaiah 6:8, and put your hands in the air and say, "Here I am, Lord, what shall I do?" And allow him to work through you, because when you're doing Christ's work, the devil will stand back. He will still try to attack, but when you're doing Christ's work and you're following your purpose, you can accomplish anything.
Thank you, Lord.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And Kelsey for coming on to my show. And we're going to have you more, on my show next years to come.
Yep.
Well, I'm in my 12th year, like I said before. I think I'll be in for another 10.
Sounds like a plan. We'll be here.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being on my show. And thank you, audience, for joining in. We'll see you next week. God bless.
Bye-bye.
Godspeed, my love, until we meet again. You're always in my heart and every dream. Don't let this time apart give in to all our fears. God will keep us close from up above. So until we meet again, Godspeed, my love. God is with us always.